Welcome to the Art Institute's podcast, presented by Art Institute's organization. This is the show where we celebrate the people and institutions shaping the future of art education and creative industries. Whether you're leading an art institute, teaching the next generation, or managing a cultural space, you're in the right place. So, let's get started. Today, we're talking about a challenge that many art educators, arts managers, and creative leaders know all too well: empty seats. Perhaps you have experienced it yourself. You launch a new course or program. You develop a thoughtful curriculum. You hire talented instructors. You invest time, energy, and resources into creating a meaningful learning experience. Then, enrollment opens, and the response is far from what you hoped or expected. It can be frustrating and confusing, especially when you know the value of what your program offers. But what if empty seats are not actually the problem? What if they are simply a symptom of something deeper? One of the most important shifts we can make in art education is changing the way we think about recruitment. Too often, recruitment is viewed as a marketing challenge. We assume that if more people knew about the program, enrollment would increase. Awareness certainly matters, but recruitment is about much more than promotion. It's about connection. It's about helping people understand why a program matters, how it fits into their lives, and what possibilities it can create for their future. Many art programs face a difficult reality. We live in a time when creative skills are highly valued across industries. Businesses seek innovation. Communities invest in culture. Creative thinking is increasingly recognized as an essential skill. Yet, many prospective students still hesitate when considering an arts education. Why? Because they are often receiving mixed messages. On one hand, they are told that creativity is important. On the other hand, they are encouraged to pursue fields that seem more predictable, more secure, or more directly connected to employment. For many students and families, the question is not whether art is valuable. The question is whether pursuing art is practical. This means that arts managers and educators must do more than just promote courses. We must communicate purpose. We must demonstrate relevance. We must show how artistic learning connects to real opportunities and meaningful careers. One of the biggest mistakes we often make is focusing too much on what we teach and not enough on what our students can become. Prospective students are not simply looking for classes. They are looking for transformation. They want to know what their future could look like. Can they build a career? Can they develop professional skills? Can they find a community of like-minded creators? Can they turn their passion into something meaningful? These are the questions that matter. This is why successful recruitment often begins with storytelling. Stories help people imagine themselves in a new reality. When prospective students see examples of student work, they begin to picture their own growth. When they hear alumni success stories, they begin to believe that success is possible for them as well. When they observe collaborative projects, exhibitions, performances, and creative achievements, they see evidence that the program delivers real outcomes. People do not connect with statistics nearly as strongly as they connect with stories. A powerful story can accomplish what an entire marketing campaign cannot. Another important lesson is that recruitment is becoming increasingly personal. Today's students are surrounded by information. They see advertisements everywhere. They receive endless messages competing for their attention. As a result, generic communication often gets ignored. Personal connection stands out. Imagine the impact of a faculty member taking time to discuss a student's portfolio. Imagine a virtual studio visit where a prospective student can ask questions directly. Imagine a workshop where participants experience the creative process before they ever enroll. These moments create trust, and trust drives decisions. The most effective recruitment strategies often feel less like sales and more like mentorship. They create opportunities for genuine conversation. They help students feel seen, valued, and supported. And that sense of belonging can make all the difference. Community plays a powerful role in recruitment. Art does not exist in isolation. It thrives through connection. Programs that build strong relationships with local galleries, museums, creative organizations, schools, and cultural events create a living ecosystem around their students. When prospective students see active engagement with the broader arts community, they gain confidence that their education will extend beyond the classroom. They begin to understand that they are joining a network, not simply enrolling in a course. That distinction matters. Students are often looking for opportunities, connections, and experiences just as much as they are looking for instruction. Of course, even the most inspiring programs can face barriers that prevent students from enrolling. Financial concerns remain one of the biggest obstacles. Many talented individuals assume they cannot afford an arts education. Others may not understand what funding opportunities exist. This is why transparency is so important. Clear information about scholarships, grants, financial aid, and payment options can remove uncertainty and help students move forward with confidence. Geography can also be a barrier. Not every student can relocate or commit to a traditional full-time schedule. This is where flexible learning models become increasingly valuable. Hybrid programs, online learning opportunities, and modular course structures allow institutions to reach students who might otherwise never have access. Accessibility is not simply a matter of convenience. It is a way of expanding opportunity. And when more people have access, programs become stronger, more diverse, and more vibrant. Inclusion is equally important. Some students may have never considered art education because they have not seen themselves represented within it. Others may lack exposure to creative opportunities altogether. Reaching underrepresented communities requires intentional effort. It means showing up in schools, community centers, and online spaces where new audiences can discover what is possible. It means actively inviting participation rather than waiting for people to find you. The future of recruitment depends on creating pathways that are open, welcoming, and accessible to a wide range of learners. Technology continues to reshape how students discover educational opportunities. Virtual tours, webinars, video content, and social media have dramatically expanded the reach of art programs. But there's an important reminder here. Technology is a tool. It is not a replacement for human connection. The most successful institutions use technology to support relationships, not replace them. A video can spark interest. A social media post can inspire curiosity. A webinar can answer questions. But ultimately, students still want authentic interaction with real people who care about their goals and aspirations. Technology may open the door. Human connection encourages students to walk through it. There is one more important idea that often gets overlooked when discussing recruitment. Recruitment does not end when a student enrolls. In many ways, that is where recruitment truly begins. Every student experience contributes to future enrollment. Students who feel supported become advocates. Students who feel inspired share their experiences with friends and peers. Students who grow professionally and creatively become living examples of the program's value. Word of mouth remains one of the most powerful recruitment tools available, and it cannot be manufactured. It must be earned. Strong mentorship programs, meaningful feedback, opportunities for leadership, and active involvement in exhibitions and projects all contribute to a student experience worth talking about. When students thrive, they naturally attract others. This creates a positive cycle that strengthens enrollment and builds reputation over time. As we look towards the future, one thing becomes increasingly clear. The traditional approach to recruitment is no longer enough. Static brochures and seasonal campaigns alone cannot meet the needs of today's learners. The programs that succeed will be the ones that remain adaptable. They will connect creative education to meaningful career pathways. They will embrace flexibility. They will foster global communities. They will welcome diverse perspectives. Most importantly, they will understand that recruitment is fundamentally about people, not numbers, not applications, not enrollment targets. People. Every prospective student arrives with hopes, concerns, ambitions, and questions. When institutions take the time to understand those motivations, recruitment becomes more than a process. It becomes an opportunity to inspire. And perhaps that is the most important lesson of all. Empty seats are not signs of failure. They are invitations. Invitations to rethink how we communicate value. Invitations to strengthen connections. Invitations to create learning experiences that resonate with the needs of today's students. When art programs focus on connection, accessibility, mentorship, and authentic engagement, something remarkable happens. Empty seats begin to disappear. Interest grows, reputations expand, and eventually, waiting lists emerge where uncertainty once existed. Thanks for listening to the Art Institute's podcast. This episode has been brought to you by Art Forms, forms built for art professionals and creative organizations. Capture real engagement, track meaningful outcomes, and turn your work into something you can clearly understand and communicate. Learn more at artforms.net. Here's how to stay connected to Art Institutes. First, subscribe to the Art Institute's podcast so you never miss an episode. Next, sign up for our popular newsletter at news.artinstitutes.org. Together, we're not just supporting the art world, we're redefining it. Remember, art doesn't just happen. Its foundation is built by institutions and individuals like you. So keep creating, keep leading, and we'll see you next time on the Art Institute's podcast.